Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of the Professor's Picks, along with the professor himself, Mr. Ken Golden.
I'm back.
Haven't seen you in 2 weeks.
That's right. I'm back.
I
Yeah.
mean, I talk to you every day, but I haven't seen you in like 2 weeks. So
Yeah. I mean, yeah, people should understand if I'm not on, it's because really there's nothing to talk about. And last week was, I think literally, I think there was like one new release last week.
it happens.
So yeah, no, especially in the summer, particularly, things will start picking up steam, once we get into September and stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say September starts, and then it's like it's nonstop till like end of November, early December. Then it kind of slows down again for.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, like there's all this stuff like there's embargoes. I can't talk about things, so I could just say that the fall season there'll be some really good there'll be some really good releases people will be excited about. So
Cool.
yeah. So you ready to hit it?
Do it.
Let's do it. All right. Let's activate Prezi. Let's get the pre-orders out of the way. So we have Crownlands Ritual 1 and 2. This is vinyl only, 2 LP light blue vinyl. Comes out October 3rd. So Crownlands is the two-man band from Canada. They have kind of an affection for Rush. Uh, this
At
ain't
least on one album.
at least that's true. So kind of like definite, progressive element. This is more, I hate to say ambient or so. It's not really like a rock album.
No.
And I believe this was something they were experimenting with like during COVID, I think, if I remember correctly. So this is for the more adventurous. I would assume that when they're ready to put out a new album, it'll be a more conventional Crownlands album. So
Yeah, I think folks, if you are expecting anything like that last Crownlands album,
no,
this is
and
nothing like that.
and in fact, you can if you go on Inside Out's Bandcamp page and probably on the streaming services, this entire album is up, so you could hear it. You know what you're getting into, and if you want it, we're taking pre-orders for it.
I gotta ask, because the cover art is kind of cool. Why is their name of the band not on the cover?
Why is the why is it not on the cover, and why am I staring at a tropical colored vagina? I don't know. Maybe that's maybe I'm projecting. I don't know. Maybe I'm just
Because to me, I had to double. I totally forgot because I mean we've been talking about this for a couple of weeks on
yeah.
the side, but I totally forgot what the album cover looked like. And so as soon as you put this up, I'm like, oh, a new album from Ritual, and it's like, no,
No.
it's Crownlands, right? So yeah.
Yeah.
And how many
Yeah.
people are going to think that, right? So it's
Right.
where is the name of the band? That's yeah. And
Exactly.
that's like album cover 101, right? I'm not trying to be a dick here, but it's just like that's just not good marketing right there.
I'm surprised it doesn't say Crownland someplace.
Or because it's so different that they're trying to distance themselves away from,
I
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Anyway,
I don't know. And it's also kind of a little confusing because there's Ritual 1 and Ritual 2,
yeah,
which I think that they put out there separately, but this is marketed as Ritual 1 and 2 because it's the two sessions together. So
right.
we got it. We got it coming October
That's
3rd.
the important thing. You got it.
Okay. And then this one I just got the info on yesterday and I listened to it. And man, these guys are going out with a bang. Also October 3rd, the final album from Ring Van Mobius.
Oh,
It's called
that's
it's
a
called
great album.
Firebrand. Now that's a cover. Now
Wow,
check
look at
that
that.
out. An octopus riding a rocket
Rocket ship
ship.
to the moon, right?
Yeah, isn't that's a cover. So I listened to it. It's just three long tracks, and they're just killing.
Yeah,
So
they're very good.
yeah, so it very bombastic ELP influenced prog, heavy Hammond organ stuff, Atomic Rooster, you name it. Fill in the blanks. All the great heavy organ bands. Ringman, Mobius, Firebrand. They announced that they were breaking up, and then they were like, "Well, we have these tracks, and here it is. This is the end." So that is also October 3rd. That's coming as a CD, and it's coming as orange vinyl. And I got again, apologizing in advance. I guess I have to stop doing it because it's just the way of the world right now. Everything's just so damn expensive between the exchange rates and the tariffs, I have to project what this is going to cost when it arrives, on October 3rd, and I have to got to pay for this stuff. So it's expensive. The pound's expensive. The euro is crazy expensive, and everything that's coming in from Europe now, I'm having to raise prices, and it's just the way I apologize because I don't like doing it. I mean, I'd much rather sell something for 15 than 19. And have it come in and move it out the door. I make one that making the same. I don't make more. It costs me more. I charge more. So okay, the last pre-order. Another Inside Out band. This one actually is a carryover from last week. This is out September 26th. New band from Finland called Royal Sorrow. They're a mix of alternative metal and with like a progressive element. Jeff called it hot topic metal. So since I'm not a pedophile, I don't go into hot topic. I don't know what hot topic metal is, but apparently that's yeah. I listened to you could about half the album's already up streaming, and they're putting out singles, and it has kind of like an alternative metal feel, but there is a progressive element to it. So something a little different from Inside Out. And I think, we're seeing that now, like bands like Benthos,
I think they're trying to appeal to a younger audience is what they're doing.
yeah, I think
With like
that's just,
dinosaur stuff. I get it.
I'm not the topic.
Whether that works for them or not in the long run, we'll see.
I'm not the target audience for
No,
Royal.
for something like that.
So, and I get Jeff's point about hot topic metal. So, yeah, it's definitely skewing younger. So let's get on to the regular stuff. Here we got Act from Sweden. You know Act?
Yeah. Wow.
The new album is called Eternal Winter. They're a very hard band for me to pin down as far as what they are. They're a progressive rock band, but there's like a bit of a pop element to what they do. There's a lot of humor, I feel, especially if you watch some of their videos, they're kind of funny. You hear like I hear like a little Saga, definitely some Queen, maybe a trace of Dream Theater. It's not, but they're not really metal, but these guys could really play. I even hear a little ABBA. I don't know. I, it's just very, very, very hard band to describe. Uh,
It's been a while. I mean, that last album was quite a while ago, right?
well, apparently they've been putting out EPs, and I
Okay.
think that this
That's
is.
full length.
I think they're considering this an EP, but I think it's like 32 minutes. And
that's
I've
that's
got,
a full-blown album nowadays.
yeah, there are bands. You know what? There are some bands out there. They'd be better served if they were putting out 32-minute albums.
Yeah, true. True.
So, a very quirky, fun band, and just a little different, and really talented guys. They weren't they at one point, Pete? Weren't they signed to a label?
I thought they were.
They're putting everything out. They put everything out themselves. I hadn't dealt with them in years.
Yeah, I know I have like their previous one and maybe more than that, but it's been a while and I in the full lengths, I'm not talking about the EPs. And I don't remember like what label they were on. I don't know. It's
They're
good.
on their own label, Act
Yeah.
World, and yeah, I got them right from the band. So yeah, I think it's good stuff.
I'm looking it up as we speak. So continue on. I'll let you know what I find out.
Okay, next, I need everyone's help on this one. This is the new one from Ashes of Aries called New Messiahs. So this is Matt Barlow and Freddie Vidalis. These were two of the guys from Iced Earth, and Ashes of Aries is the offshoot, and it's straight up American power metal. And I screwed up and I ordered this twice, so I'm swimming in copies. So please, everybody, order Ashes of Aries. I got a lot of them. So yeah.
So Last Epic, which was the album that I'm thinking of, that was from Act. That was 2003.
Which one is that?
Last Epic from Act. So that was
No,
two.
there's one after that, and actually
Yeah, there is, but this is the last one that I remember.
Oh, okay.
And that was released on Avalon in Japan, Inside Out in Germany and North America. So
they were right. They were on Inside Out for I think for about 5 minutes.
yeah,
And the one we also Circus Pandemonium was the last one, and we have that in stock. I
okay.
restocked that as well. So
Silence was also on Avalon and Inside Out. So Circus Pandem, and that was 2006. But yeah, Circus Pandemonium was 2014. So again, it's been a long time.
yeah,
And that was, yeah, that was on their own label. Act World, I guess it's called.
yeah, Ackworld. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So and they actually had U.S. distribution for Circus Pandemonium, but not for this one. So
Gotcha.
yeah, nice guys, cool guys, and they've
Cool
they've
cover
got
art too.
yeah, they've got their own little thing going on. They've got their niche market. They're popular. I'm surprised. I don't think they ever played over here like at like Rossfest or you would think of Prague Stock or even go on the cruise, you
Yeah.
would think so yeah. So let's talk about Ashes of Aries. People need to buy it because I got a lot of I just got too many of them.
I've seen them in my inbox quite often because the PR company is that's working with them is pushing them like crazy. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm like Iced Earth was never my thing. Barlow's, is a great singer,
oh yeah, yeah.
so I
Well,
listened to
that's
a
what you have
few.
to push it as. You push Matt Barlow. People like Matt Barlow when he was in Iced Earth, and generally speaking, his stuff sells. So I guess folks who
Yeah,
want to hear him check out this band because the last album was really good. So
yeah. So there you go. All right, in a more progressive realm, we are shipping out the new discipline. It's called Breadcrumbs. Did you review it yet?
no, I haven't even listened to it yet. It's sitting here. I'm getting there.
Okay, so it's a discipline album. I mean, if you like the one that we put out, Captives of the Wine Dark Sea, I would think Breadcrumbs would be up your alley. Matthew he's working he has this other band he's in, and I can't remember, where he's playing violin. He's like in a trio. I think it's sort of like a
Mhm.
folky trio. And I think if I remember correctly, he's playing some violin on here. Um, Perhaps overall it's maybe a little mellower. It's not it doesn't have like a lot of bombast to it. Um,
I think
but
folks just need to understand that if you're expecting Unfolded like Staircase, it probably I haven't heard it yet, but I don't think they haven't done anything like that album.
Yeah, I mean, Matthew's getting older, and he's I don't want to say maturing because
He's
talent's
not as angry. He's not as angry as he was
it's
back
maybe
then.
not. That's what it is.
Yeah.
He's not. There isn't as much angst as
Yeah.
there was when from like 20 years ago. So
Yeah. When everybody was like, "Oh, he's the second coming of Peter Hamill," because that's what they were calling him back then. Remember?
yeah, right, sure, sure, and great live band. They're going to be playing at Prague Stock. I'll probably go see them play there. And I think they're playing in Michigan. I got in Ann Arbor. Chris Herron from Tiles is playing guitar again,
Yeah.
and some really really nice stuff on here. So yeah, we have them and we're shipping them. And the vinyl is still in manufacturing. So the vinyl, and think I stressed that when we started taking pre-orders. So I think we're talking about September. I think so. Yeah. Moving on, The Foundation. This is called Relations. And this is the second album from this band put together by Ron Lammers. Ron is a keyboard player, a composer. Uh, I think the label Symphonia, I think that is his label. If I remember correctly, I'm doing that from memory, and my memory's not good. And we've got basically a number of guys that were involved with Night Area. Mark Smith's the original vocalist for Night Area is here. Gijs, the bass player, the original bass player, he's there. Rinny, the guitarist that I remember played it when they came over and played at Nearfest. I think he played on the first album. Anyway, if you like Night Area, if you like that vintage early Night Area sound, you know, you're hearing Camel, maybe a little Marillion, what have you. Very, very good symphonic prog. The Dutch call it symfo, and that's what this is. It's right in that wheelhouse. If you want that melodic, symphonic prog, long tracks, great vocals. This is the foundation. Next, let's go into Fusion Realms. John McLaughlin in the fourth dimension. This is live from the Montreux Jazz Festival 2022. It arrives as a 2 CD Blu-ray set. And the only guy whose name that I could pick up that's in this, Gary Husband, is playing keyboards, not playing drums. I don't know the other musicians in this version of the fourth dimension, apparently. And it didn't say in any of the promo literature. So I can't tell you.
Yeah,
But
I don't remember. I've got all the promo material too, but
are you a fan? I mean, I
oh
know
yeah,
you're a McLaughlin fan, but
yeah, yeah. I know I like that band a lot. Yeah, that's on its way to me. So they told me they were sending it to me. So,
yeah, I mean, the fourth dimension is not Mahavishnu, but
yeah, but they're very good.
it's pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's
good
got to be
stuff.
hot. It's live, you know. So it's McLaughlin always brings it live. So
Oh sure, oh sure. So you know, it's a great album that if I can just step to the side for a moment and talk about it. Do you have in your collection? It's John McLaughlin acoustic trio.
yes,
That's a great record. When I do the listening room on great sounding vinyl, which I'm it's percolating. I'm going to mention that album anyway. I digress. I'm back to
it's a good choice.
yeah. It's a great sounding record too. All right, Neo Atlantis. So Neo Atlantis is an instrumental Japanese symphonic prog band. I believe. I believe they are a 5 piece, I think 5 piece with maybe even with two keyboard players. I don't have it in front of me. So this came out last year in Japan, and Mask Records from Brazil repackaged the whole thing. So, English, new artwork, what have you. And so, uh, very, very good. If you're into maybe something like Yuka and the Chrono Ship, which is a very good Japanese band. This will do it for you. A lot of very keyboard driven, plenty of guitar, really good instrumental symphonic prog. So maybe not as good as Aggro Pelter, but pretty good. I got to push it, man. I got to keep pushing. So next, we got the reissue of Nightingale, the Closing Chronicles. This is the 2 CD version, which gives you, additional disc of demos, live stuff, outtakes, all kinds of stuff. This for me, this is Dan Swano's best period of the band. This is to me this was very proggy, and I used to compare them back then. I used to compare a lot to Lambert. So, but their music, it was kind of funny because they sort of moved into like an AOR direction.
Yeah, to me, they're kind of that band is kind of like Sweden's answer to like Magnum from the UK.
There you go.
Like this melodic rock AOR, but still kind of proggy, right? But great vocals. Everything is just really great. It's just not too heavy. It's not too AOR. It's kind of somewhere in between. It's yeah.
I know. Yeah, I just got the inside out. They're basically doing this whole reissue campaign. So I think they're the last two Nightingale albums are in the works for reissue for later in the year.
So they're kind of doing with them kind of like those Psychotic Waltz reissues, kind of similar.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And in this particular case, I guess apparently there was enough like live material that they're able to do it. So, but it's nice to keep the artwork intact, and it's cool. All right, the next one is a very interesting release. It's a double CD from Spain, and the name of the band is Newman. It's called not like Newman, like from
Hello,
Sun.
Newman.
Yeah, this is yeah, this is Numen. And Wayne Knight is not involved, and it's called The Outsider. They're promoting it as like a bit of a rock opera, but there's one singer, female vocalist. She's very, very good. I don't remember her name. She sings in English. She has a very nice ethereal voice, and the band is sort of being compared to Magma. Sorry, Magenta. There's a big difference between Magma and
Yeah.
Magenta. I kind of slipped there. Magenta and compared to Magenta and Karnataka. Um, I also hear a little bit of kind of like an Andalusian, Mediterranean flavor to some of the music. It's quite nice, and there's a lot of it there. Next one is Pete. This one I think you would like. The Ocuawary, Requiem for the Sun. A fourth album from an Italian occult metal band. And Jeff and I were listening to this earlier today. The Black Sabbath influence is obvious. So, yeah, kind of bleak, hard rock, heavy. And I thought actually pretty well done. So,
See,
and they're on Supreme Chaos is the label. Are you familiar with that label?
no,
So, it's, this is the kind of thing could have easily been like on like Blues Funeral or
I was
have,
going to tell you.
that kind of thing. So, yeah, this is
All right,
definitely,
I have it queued up to listen to.
yeah, I think you'll like it. I think you'll like it. Next, we have Tom Penguin, French musician. His first CD blew everybody away because it was a great Canterbury influenced album. This is called Beginnings, and this is earlier material. I guess they decided to put out there because of the success with the debut, and it's like very, very highly polished demos, if you will. I mean, it's very good. I mean, it sounds fine. It sounds totally fine. But this is like earlier material, and again, it's got that Canterbury flavor to it. So you'll hear like a lot of Caravan. Next one, I can't say much because frankly, I couldn't find any samples of. This is a live recording from the latest version of Samaso Decadia. They were great Brazilian prog band in the 70s. They made a wonderful album called Snegs. And so this is a live album, and I know that some of the Snegs material is covered here. I lost touch with the band. I don't know what they sound like now, but if you're into Brazilian prog, we have a live recording from Samaso Decadia, what they're now called Samaso. My buy or die of the week. Fionzac, inner cosmic spiral. So Fionzac, British musician, guitarist, keyboardist, multi-instrumentalist. So on this particular album, he brought in some of the guys from the Aristocrats. So you have Brian Beller on bass, you have Marco Miniman on drums, you have Lolly Larson on keyboards, and you have Terry Cyrek, who's a great guitar player. Terry Cyrek guests on 2 tracks. And Fionn Zac's music has always had like a Zappa influence, kind of quirky, off the wall. This is just balls to the wall fusion. Instrumental, it's not really like off the wall stuff. It's just really, really solid fusion. It's really good. Even George said good things to me about it in private. So, yeah.
His last album's pretty good.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is just he's just taking a different approach. Guy's talented, and I have his earlier albums, and those are really good if you're into like Zappa. Um, Good stuff. All right, that's it for like new stuff. A couple of restocks that I brought in a shipment from Europe, and this is something I can't remember if I offered it back when it came out, but I got copies. This is the box set of Liquid Tension Experiment 3. I just can't remember if we sold it. It wasn't in the database anymore. I saw I was able to get it from Sony in Germany. Well, let's bring in some copies. So we've got it. If you want to fill in a huge gap in the collection, if you just want to smack somebody over the head with it, it's heavy. It'll hurt. Also got in a restock Santana Lotus, one of the greatest live albums of all time. So originally released as a triple album. This is a double CD, and we have it at a very good price. So, and may not even be in print in the US anymore. I'm not sure. So,
And I bought the box set a couple of years ago of it, the big,
yeah,
which has all the extra tracks left off of that version.
yeah,
Which is great. It's kind of a weird size thing, but it's got
yeah.
a fold out poster and tour program and all sorts of stuff.
You
But
know, it's beautiful. I hate when they do that because because you can't fit it with it. It doesn't
It
fit
doesn't
with
go
your.
anywhere. There's nothing I have that's this size. It's just, you know,
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
guess you could put it on a shelf with books, but that's no fun.
That's the same spine as if I remember correctly, as the vinyl had that same colored
Yeah,
spine and everything. Yeah, yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and you forget you have it because
I know.
it's not
Yeah,
with the other stuff. And then you don't. It's such a pain in the ass to get it out of there and put it back and
yeah.
put
It's one of
plastic.
those fold out things. Like it's yeah, it's crazy.
And
But
of
am I happy that I have it? Yes.
course,
It's a
use
great
it.
album. And if you're someone who knows that the original album and CD was missing some tracks from the performance, you're gonna want to have those. They're all on here. So
But if you don't care, buy it from me.
yes, exactly. If you don't give a shit, that's the one to
Right.
get.
Yeah. So, and we'll wrap up with just a few vinyl pieces. We have the John McLaughlin as a double LP. We have the Nightingale, the Closing Chronicles, and we have the new one from Phantom Spell, Heather and Hearth. Um, it did get a CD release, but put out by the band themselves. And I investigated it, and frankly, it was gonna be so expensive to bring
Yeah,
in.
I ordered it direct from them. It was a little pricey, but I was like, it's
Yeah.
really good
So
though. It's a great album.
yeah, I mean, how would you describe it? I mean, it's like progressive. It's hard rock. It's got, I don't know. What do you think?
It's like mid-70s sticks for me, with a little
Yeah,
Uriah Heep thrown in and that sort of thing. So
who
it's
did I say the singer sounded like? I forgot. Damn it. Wasn't the guys
there's a
from
little Steve Walsh, Kansas
Steve
kind of
Walsh?
stuff going
That's
on.
what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, he reminds me of Steve Walsh.
yeah.
So
Very
and
70s oriented prog and hard rock. If you like that sort of thing, you'll love it. So
yeah, so we have it on vinyl, and that's what it is. So it's cool cover even.
yeah, yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
I'm a sucker for purple.
Yeah,
You got purple on anything, I'm interested. So
there you go. There you go. That's what I got this week.
all right.
So yeah, so I think the real winners, the Neo Atlantis, the Fionzac for sure. Um, Discipline, a solid act. Yes, it's just some solid stuff this week.
Yep.
So that's
Cool.
that's what I got, and we're already working on next week.
All right. Sounds good. And so we'll have the entire list pinned down below. I don't even know why I say that anymore. I think everybody knows who watches the show, right? But you never know, right? Lasercd.com is the URL. All the titles will be listed down below, so just copy and paste as much as you like. And happy shopping. And remember,
Buy a lot, buy often, particularly Ashes of Aries.
especially that way, buy a copy for your friend as well,
That's
or a
right.
loved one.
That's perfect gift.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. Matt Barlow, folks. Come on. Can't
That's
go
right.
wrong with Matt Barlow.
That's right.
So yeah, so that's what we got this week. We'll see you next week here on the Professor's Picks. Coming up this weekend, we've got the UK connection. We are going to be knee deep in the Gillen verse. Stephen and Simon, if you're watching, I remembered. See that? So we are doing favorite, least favorite, and wild card for the Ian Gillan catalog. So we're covering the Ian Gillan band, Gillan the band, and Ian Gillan solo. So we're kind
It
of
was, I'm going to interrupt you. I remember seeing them on TV. There was, I think ABC had a show that was a competitor to the Midnight Special,
okay.
and they had, uh, it
Ian
was the
Gillan
Clear Air,
band, right?
it was the Ian Gillan band, Ray Fenwick was on guitar,
Yes, yes.
and I believe it was the Clear Air Turbulence tour.
Oh, that was a pretty good album. Yeah.
And that was one of there was also a British band called Straps. Do you remember a British band called Straps? Strapps. In
Mhm.
fact, Cherry Red's putting out a Straps box set.
Oh, really?
Anyway, I'm sorry, I digress. I'm interrupting your.
That's okay. But yeah, so that's so we're doing that on Saturday. Sunday, Simon will be ranking the albums of Power Quest, the European power metal band. So that's coming. I'm taking Sunday off. Simon's going to be handling the things on Sunday for ranking the albums, and then we will be back next week on Tuesday for In the Prague Seat. We're going to be talking about our favorite bands from Sweden. So don't miss that. We're taping on Monday, showing it on Tuesday. I got to remember to remind the guys that we're taping on Monday because I will be at Sticks Tuesday night.
I
So
forgot already.
What's that? You forgot already? Yeah, yeah, good. I've been wanting to remind everybody because I'm thinking that everybody like, oh, good for Tuesday night. No, I won't be home
Sweden's,
Tuesday.
Sweden's tough.
Yeah,
There's
a lot
more
of good
than
bands.
yeah, there was more than I remembered. And
No, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them.
I got
So
some good stuff.
yeah, so. So we're going to Sweden on Tuesday in the Prague seat. So make sure you tune in for that. And back here next Friday, visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as a post. And please do hit the like button before you leave. All the links to help out the channel are below. And remember, the link to the Laser CD is down below, as well as the whole list of all the stuff we saw today. See you next time here on the Professor's Picks for Ken Golden. I'm Pete Pardo. Enjoy your weekend, everybody. See you soon. Bye bye.